Dun, 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 dun.
We should do a show on video games. Just kidding. Nobody would watch. They'd rather watch Twitch.
I would have a problem with that. I wouldn't be able to I could participate, but I would have to be with King. Not King Kong or Dig Dug or.
I haven't played video games in over 20 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Donkey
That's
Kong.
a shame. Video games are the bomb.
As good as I get.
If you ever want to lose 6 hours of your life, just start a video game and think that you had played for 10 minutes and 6 hours have gone by.
God, I thought you were gonna say YouPorn.
Okay.
It's one way to lose 6 hours.
So true.
How have you not finished whatever you're eating? We're live.
I know. I'm trying to eat before we really, really go live. Everybody just about to tune in. I apologize if you can hear me chewing.
I don't know.
I'm hungry. Hungry grown boy.
Well, guys got to eat. You know, you have your vegetables and all that.
Like a workout, or is it like push-ups and sit-ups and burpees?
I don't know what you're talking about. I literally have lost what you're talking about. We are going to get started with Biscuits and Gravy, talk movies, and other random crap in just about a minute to minute and a half or less. We're going to wait for a couple more people to join. We've got $5 Venmo trivias. What? So excited. So make sure you're tuning in. Tell your friends. Or if you just want to win that money and be completely selfish, don't share it. You get to do what you want.
I got to win that money.
That's what Leslie, the iguana on my head, would do. She would take that money for herself and make her own margarita.
I love that Leslie is an iguana, and it's I love that the iguana is named Leslie. Is what I really should say.
Yes, I love it. Leslie the lizard.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to get started in about 30 seconds. Anybody else who wants to join us? Right now, it's looking like it's going to be a little bit lonely. It's going to be a man-on-man circle jerk. But
good times.
Well, I'm so glad that I signed up for that.
I'm super curious who's watching right now. Who's wondering who's coming in? I don't know. There's there we go. Now we got a couple. That means it's just about time to get started. One would have been awkward. Two the party. Let's get the party started. It is time for Biscuits and Gravy.
It's time for Biscuits and Gravy, talk movies and other stuff. Starring Chad Fishburne as Biscuits and Anthony Russo as Gravy. Look at that mustache. We brought our friends along. Matt Troyer is our beer expert. And last but not least, the man, the myth, the legend, our fashionista, Ken Paul Smith. Ladies and gents, enjoy the show. And if you don't, you can suck it.
Totally
That's right. If you don't enjoy, you can suck it. That is a correct statement.
Awesome. I think it's awesome that you say my last name the same way that my granddad says our last name. My dad kind of changed it to Fishburne, but it used to just be straight up Fishburne.
Yeah. Are you wearing one sleeve? I thought you had a.
No, I was just doing some stretching. I recently worked out, so I needed to get the proper stretching in. It's this move.
That workout, is that the 1 minute act of sexual
hand jobs?
Yep, that too. Is that what just happened before we went on the show?
No. I had to eat. I actually got my eating out of the way prior to the show, unlike the host.
Well, since Curtis wasn't here, I decided to see if I had kind of that Brad Pitt-esque thing where it drew ratings for me to eat on camera. I don't know.
Oh no, it definitely doesn't. You look like a slovenly bastard.
Well, it happens to the best of us. Anyways, my name is Anthony Michael Russo. I'm with the hashtag BetheChange. We're the ones that have created this lovely page and network, and we've got a lot of different stuff. We've got a lot of new stuff coming up this week, which we're pretty excited about. We have our first new show in terms of health starting tomorrow with Emily Marshall. She is a registered dietitian, but she talks about positive eating.
That's why you were doing that. It was a segue to the new show. That's why you were eating. See, I knew there was a...
There it is. It's right there.
Yeah. So talking about dieting and not dieting and all that good stuff. And David is on it quickly. That is awkward for everybody. Anyway.
Not awkward for me. Nope.
You're allowed to choose the ones that you highlight.
Nope.
Sure. So we have Truth Will Set You Free Tuesday. That is tomorrow's discussion about what's going on in America. I love that I just moved straight to that as Chad is just laughing at the choosing circle jerks and all that good stuff. We've got that tomorrow. That is going to be at 4:30. Central Time, 5:30 Eastern Time. Join us on that. And then on this show, we're just going to bullshit a little bit about movies, what we're watching. I watched my favorite documentary of all time this week. I can't wait to tell you about that. But for now, I'm going to introduce you to the man, the myth, the legend, Biscuits.
What's up, guys? My name is Chad Fishburne, and it's an honor to be here with you today. We have very talented gentlemen here alongside me with Dr. Frank and Mr. Russo. They've known me for a long, long time. Unfortunately for Frank, he's known me for even longer. It's great to see you guys. We're going to give away some cash thanks to BetheChange and thanks to Dr. Frank. Doc, how you doing, baby?
Oh, I am doing great. I would like to say thank you again to BetheChange for letting me kind of just dabble in here with what we've been watching and various sundry things that have gone through my eyeballs, and to share a big piece of that with you. And it's just lovely to have you back, Chad, in my life, and whoever this other guy is.
Yes. That guy.
He's doing his food.
Yes.
Delicious.
Oh, I missed you, buddy. I'm glad. I'm glad to see your face on a regular basis. That is
the same.
Totes adorbs.
Shush. You shut it up. I'm gonna pass it up. Shush bucket.
So, for anybody who has not watched the show before, we do $5 Venmo trivia, and I do want to give a heads up. I just realized it was a long weekend. I still owe everybody from Friday. So after the show, I get caught up. I know that's the first time I've actually not made it to the next show, and I totally forgot. So Jordan, Matt, Michael Smith, Jen Harris, and Elizabeth. I got.
They're not watching now because they weren't.
Jen Harris is gonna get you.
Jen Harris will hunt me down
up in the night and get your ass.
Hunt me down. So I do want to give Dr. Frank an update. So we've been doing the trivia the last couple weeks, or last week and a half, from Dr. Frank via Dr. Frank from BetheChange because of one of his patients, Cheryl Ricks, who passed away about a week and a half ago, and he wanted to do something in her honor. And we've been doing the $5 Venmo on him, and we've been looking for different stories. And I'm not going to go ahead and tell the one story that we've done so far. We've got another one possibly coming up through Chad and some of his connections. But somebody reached out to me about somebody having a rough time. They've had a health condition, got laid off, wasn't able to go back to work, and has literally been living with a friend's dad on kind of like a floor mattress, whatever it was. We hooked him up with $75. Again, don't want to say who he is or air his business, but new follower, hopefully it'll be the change. We talked about it. It wasn't enough to obviously pay rent or anything like that, but it got him back on his feet. He said it paid for his fuel for the week and some groceries, and he was more than thankful. And that's the whole purpose of what we're doing here.
Solid.
Thank you, Dr. Frank.
No,
thank you, Dr. Frank, and thank you, Mr. Russo, for having that awesome organization to begin with.
Amen.
Good. Sounds awesome. So we have one more that we're hopefully going to get to do. But in the meantime, before we get to tell that fun story to see if it actually happens, Chad and I will keep talking about that offline. It's time for our first trivia question of the day. So get ready. $5 Venmos from #BetheChange. It's trivia time. Put your answers. Excuse me, the macaroni.
It's time.
Oh, I thought you were passing gas there for a minute. Oh, God.
What?
I was like, oh, wow.
You really thought that was going to go down like that?
Okay.
I can't do it on cue. I know somebody who's very close to me who can. I won't mention that.
I can't do it on cue unless it's the morning. I'm like a damn machine gun in the morning. I can't do that.
Having been your roommate at various events, it's more than just in the morning.
Wow.
I don't know who you are.
The night. Just turning over. Oh, I gotta just shifting my weight and wow, everybody's awake now. Thanks. Not only because of the noise, but because of the smell. You're welcome.
Now I know you're lying. Have you ever smelled one of my farts? Nope, my farts don't smell, they make noise. Boom, unless I don't feel well, and that's a totally different story. Question number 1.
Maybe it was a bad night for you. I don't know.
In the Matrix, and I feel like this is a fitting question right now. In the Matrix, does Neo take the blue pill or the red pill? First person to put in the box gets $5 Venmo from #BetheChange.
So he takes the Pepsi AC, evidently.
Cialis. He takes Cialis.
Yeah, Cialis and a Pepsi AC. Yes, indeed. Yes.
From a chemical standpoint, I don't know if that's dangerous. Is it dangerous?
No. The two mix very well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's do the first person to answer. In the Matrix, does Neo take the blue pill or the red pill?
Red means stop. Blue means go.
Pop.
Jordan says blue.
Jordan says the blue pill. Which leaves you with one other option.
Straight up
It's a
50-50, son.
Well, now there's a 100% chance if you were listening.
Who's gonna get-
Statistics would say that if you put the word in,
I'm going to really love it if somebody puts blue in. No, she was going 50-50 on that one. That's fine, Jordan. We're not making fun if you don't.
I'd like to ask
We
the
have
audience-
double-digit viewers right now. You think somebody would take the $5 layup that Jordan just teed up for him?
Now, here's a question. Could she have used that opportunity where she put in total guess to say red and then actually win the money?
Technically, she could have. I'm waiting for her sister or
that's-
boyfriend to jump in.
She's just being honest. She's a nice person, and she didn't want to take credit for it.
That's okay. I like that.
Oh,
I like
that's
that.
all right, though.
Well, I mean, we can move on. I can't believe nobody's going to follow up after that.
That's
Oh,
it.
that one?
Jordan, you can still put the correct answer in.
People, it's free
No.
money.
I'm going with a 20-second count right now,
Okay, very good. Because
which is actually like 40 seconds. All right. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for somebody to answer the damn question correctly, because it can't be that hard at this point, because it's 50-50. Dr. Frank, what have you been watching?
oh my God, I'm so glad you've been asking, because I'm going to call this segment of the show "Drop It or Pop It." So just two things, just one in each category. The drop it category was this absolutely awful movie called Underwater with Kristen Stewart.
What?
Small cast.
Oh, yeah.
And they've gone deep into the ocean, and they're discovered in the magma and the core of the earth. There's a mean monster, and they have to. And then the sea station is all ruined. And
Oh, that's a fun. That's a fun.
Man,
scene.
I was really getting into it, and he
I was
froze.
too. He was making a shitty movie entertaining.
How are you still eating? What is that, cereal?
No, it's macaroni with some
But-
venison.
that movie has been done better.
You know what's funny?
Son of a bitch.
Frankie, we're losing
In
you.
the core, and I thought that was obvious, but then the whole rest of it was just incredibly bad. I was rooting for the monster at one point. I was like, eat them all, had them as a snack. They're low carb, low fat. That's like,
You know what's great?
They're on a paleo diet.
That was like a soap opera because, like, when he froze, it was like the core part of the movie that really nobody liked, anyways, in the first place. So it's like, It's literally like, this is what happened. This movie was so bad, but it was like blah blah, and then everybody died.
Love it.
Good.
But I
So
will
would you-
say on the Pop It list,
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels, the movie, I watched it on demand. Gotta tell you, great soundtrack.
Elizabeth Banks, the newest one, the reboot?
Yeah, the new one with Kristen Stewart. Now, this is the opposite Kristen Stewart. This is why I picked it.
No,
'Cause
she's
like
always the
bad
same. She's
Kristen
always
Stewart,
horrible.
And then this one was like sexy Kristen Stewart with lots of cameos. There's Patrick, and there's lots of regulars. It was directed by Elizabeth Banks.
Yep.
Patrick Stewart's in it. Digimon Hyunsu is in it. The girl from
Curtis.
who was on Thor Ragnarok is on it. And I
What
can't
movie are we
remember-
talking about?
Charlie's Angels.
Thor Ragnarok. I'm sorry, not
No,
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You're saying they were all in Charlie's Angels?
Oh, and Charlie's Angels. The new
I did not
Charlie's
know that.
Angels reboot. So, and it's really good action, and they're not being all, I'm so cute, I have a gun, and maybe
Right.
I'll use it. No, they're using that shit. They're out there doing it for you.
Is
And,
Kristen
it's
Stewart serviceable in this movie?
I'm sorry?
Is Kristen Stewart serviceable in this movie?
Oh, she was way serviceable. She is actually told to play this. She is the sexy one, and she really is. Like, she plays it up, sex kitten to the friggin' max.
I love Elizabeth Banks, so I'll give Elizabeth Banks, credit, man. She's really turned herself into like a Hollywood
powerhouse.
big deal. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's absolutely a powerhouse.
I was
So-
having a delicious lunch with Portia de Rossi of a leaf of lettuce, and we were talking about Elizabeth Banks over that lunch, and we both agreed that she's got a big future ahead of her.
Can we do that new show called Improv Lunches with people?
Delicious.
Yeah, we're
Yes,
just making
yes.
shit up. Okay,
And then
good.
we split a piece of sugar-free juicy fruit gum. I love that for dessert. Oh God, no wonder.
Would
Helen
you,
loves it.
if you take juicy fruit gum and then put whipped cream on top of it, does that make it dessert?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Good.
Absolutely.
Just checking. I love that mom's just pacing in the background. We're actually moving, or she's moving up to Detroit. So right now she's looking around, seeing what to do, and it's the same
If
thing
you
I do.
pack up your computer in the middle of the show, I'm gonna love it.
It's like the,
Most people who are watching would love it too. Let's do one more trivia question, and then wait. Actually, Frank, anything else you would recommend people watch?
oh, absolutely. You know what I saw on the other day? And if you have not seen this movie, it's called While You Were Sleeping. It started up Sandra Bullock's independent career of being able to sell a movie on its own. It's a great romantic comedy. I got onto it because we were doing Tom Hanks movies.
We should do a Sandra Bullock day.
Yeah, Sleepless in Seattle is very much like this in the romantic comedy genre.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack, great love story. Peter Gallagher's in it. It's like super great. Great set of characters, romantic comedy. I can do the whole. I mean, being a big old gaybo, I've watched that movie like 800,000 times, and I can like do the whole script from top to bottom. I can do Sandy's part. I can do the boyfriend's part. I can do anybody's. I can do the grandma's part. Anybody.
What's the other guy in it? The guy that was in Independence Day, the one that was like the friend.
Bill Pullman. Bill
Pullman. I looked up Independence Day. Bill Pullman during Independence Day was 40 something. He was like 42 years old. So he was relatively young when they shot it. Actually, about 41. Bill Pullman has never changed age. When he was in his
you're right.
40s, he looked like he was about 45, at 46, 47. He still looks the same age. So he looked older when he was younger, but right now I thought he looked the same age. No,
Very much like Paul Rudd. A Paul Rudd type.
Right, Paul Rudd's amazing. His face has changed. His hair color has changed a bit. But as far as Pullman goes, he still looks pretty good, though. I'll give him that. I will
For a
give him
dude
that.
that's like mid-60s? Absolutely.
Well, yeah. Not to be confused with Bill Paxton, by the way.
Ugh.
Isn't Bill
God.
Paxton's dead?
Right. Which is why you shouldn't confuse them.
Oh dear.
That just got
Okay.
dark.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I'm backing off.
On that note, I feel like we have to bribe people to not make it seem like assholes. So let's go ahead and do a little $5 Venmo trivia.
Yes.
All right. Since the first question was apparently so hard, nothing as hard as those 50-50s.
That was a not.
I'd like to ask the audience. Okay, sorry.
And thank you, Jordan. She said she didn't change her answer because she was trying to be fair, but apparently nobody had their fingers ready to type. So well done, Jordan, but you're still getting
Sweet.
$5. And I still owe you $10 from last week. Okay,
Wow.
so let's go ahead and do the next trivia question. First person to put the answer in the box. What's in the box? Is going to win
That's
this.
what
One.
he
Was
said.
that a burp,
Yes.
Chad?
Nope.
Was that Frank? Is that Chad?
No, it's totally not me.
No, it was. I muffled it. I tried to muffle it, but it came out. So
God, this is such a manly show. I feel like we should all just
a little something here, but not burp.
I had cauliflower for lunch. I don't know what to tell you.
Mm-mm.
Question is,
Not
what
just
pop vocal group? I am having Brussels sprouts. What pop vocal group performs at the wedding in Bridesmaids? What pop vocal group performs at
Boys
the
to
wedding?
Men. Boys to Men.
ABC, BBD. No. Okay, first person to put it in the box. You can also Google if you're feeling really lazy.
Wow.
I'm just gonna chill. Well,
That is such a good question.
It is a
It's
good
so
question. And you know what it has, Frank? An actual
I know the answer. And
Jordan
I love Melissa
Hartzell.
McCarthy. I love all that. Yes.
Oh, who's going to clean up today? Somebody's
I
going to
feel
clean
like
up today.
it's weird. I can see how many people are watching, and apparently nobody is answering the question because there's plenty of people to compete against
They're
Jordan.
watching it work. They're multitasking. They're doing other things while also watching the show.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
Well,
Fair enough.
Jordan, kudos. That's 2 for you. That means I owe you $20 compared to for the 2 episodes. Fantastic. You'll be paying your rent.
Stacy's trying to do the same thing that your mom likes to do and just yell out answers from seated right next to me.
I was singing a hint.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you, Stacey. So it
Oh,
doesn't
is she
count.
going to sing? Can she sing Wilson Phillips?
Yeah, she sure can. Go ahead.
I sang, "Hold on for one more day."
Okay. That was
It's
that
gonna
was
go your way.
that was your
I'm Carney.
teaser.
Yes, there we go.
I'm pretty sure Frank was never going to be on American Idol. That was not.
Oh, boo.
Stick with the whole doctoral day job.
Yeah, that's probably what was a good idea. It's a good idea. My parents told me that too.
Are you guys watching The Masked Singer?
I've seen an episode or two. It's not as. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be.
No, and that's exactly how we all felt. Like, it was hilarious. Stacy kind of brought me into it. I was like, this is going to be dumb. And sure enough, it's very entertaining. She had a friend that was like, this is stupid. Why do I want to watch this? Cut to 5 minutes later. She's like, oh my God, what's going to happen next?
That's how it was. So that show is very similar to, I think it was called like Love at First Sight. I don't know what it was, but.
Oh my God, that was awful. Yeah.
Wait, it was like a scientific experiment where they'd have the like one woman go on 2 different dates and no. It wasn't Love at First Sight. It was where they would dance with each other without ever talking.
That sounds like Dismissed from MTV.
It just came out like no. It just
wait a minute, you were on that show. Weren't you on that show?
I was on Eliminate.
Eliminate. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing.
Did they pick you?
I was the picker. Do you think I'm the picker? I'm not.
No, I get picked. Just tell everyone because they don't know. This is for Facebook.
Yeah,
come on.
I get it. I get it.
Tell them what?
The whole story.
What's the whole story? The fact that
behind Eliminate, you Jack Johnson.
What? The way that they like force you into like you're not allowed to talk to them unless they do. Are you talking about why I was on the show because I was in the sex toy industry? Is that what you're talking about?
Is that part of the story?
That's part of the story.
Okay.
Well, the other show you're talking about is Flirty Dancing.
Flirty Dancing. That's what it was.
Oh.
So it was total.
Why do you know that?
It was a total science experiment. They would take, like, say it was the woman trying to find a man. She would go on 2 5-minute dates where they would learn a dance with another partner, and then they would dance it together. And then she would like meet one for lunch, and they'd both like go to lunch at different places, and wherever she showed up is where the date would happen. And it was literally like who vibed with dancing. And I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I have ever heard.
That's so great. Tell me more about Eliminate.
That's how I was. I was
really? Were you? Okay, cool. So tell me about the sex toy thing.
It's the world's first talking vibrator. I was a representative of it, and that's what happened.
How were you a representative
as one of the gays? I would do a kick balls change.
Mom's coming over. This can't be good.
Whatever.
Oh no,
Yes,
Mom found one.
good.
What the fuck?
What's going on, Mom? Did you hear about the sex toy?
Oh, she found an old T-shirt. Holy God, removing the talking head.
Oh,
I don't think the number works anymore.
How
but,
fitting.
How fitting. It is a fitted shirt. Turn him up. He'll turn you on.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, man. You made that one yourself, didn't you?
I did not. I wasn't. I was. I owned a hat.
There is no shame in that.
Either you tell us about the T-shirt or you tell us about Eliminate, damn it. There's too many.
So I had 4 girls. They knew that I liked blonde girls, so they picked blonde ones, and they do like a whole psychological profile before you get on like a 2.5 hour.
How do you make it on after having gone through a psych profile?
Wow.
No, they do the psych profile after you've already made it on.
Oh,
yeah.
That makes sense. That tracks.
Psychological. They want people that are ridiculous and interesting. So, anyways.
Right. Well, okay.
And interesting. So, needless to say, they put us together, and all the girls show up. And since they had done their like month before, they'd all dyed their hair brunettes, and they were like, "What the hell?" So, needless to say, they're like, "That's not going to work out well." One ended up saying she was in real estate. Turns out she was a stripper because I worked for Budweiser at the time, and we went to a strip club a month later as part of our giving away program for Budweiser. We weren't actually going to the strip club.
Wow.
Well, I bet you were all in on that giving away program.
I hate strip clubs.
Yeah.
So I go, and I'm like, that's the girl from my Eliminate. Well, how about that? So the way I really got on is because I was the like resident Bud boy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and people knew who I was, so I got lucky, and whatever. So
wow,
good times.
That's awesome. And you voted over a dildo? Is that correct?
I what?
What? I'm sorry.
Come again?
Okay.
Something about a dildo. I'll help you out. Something about a dildo.
Yeah, no, I got it. So, anyways, Chad, what have you been watching?
Stace and I are big foodies. So we've been watching a really cool show on Netflix called Chef's Table. So they go all around the world and they show you like why these restaurants are Michelin star restaurants, what's gone into it. Sometimes they go a little outside of the food, which we like to just keep it with the food because, that's what it's about. That's why we're watching at the end of the day. So because we love food shows and we love real estate shows. So apparently we've been married for a decade. Technically, that is true. But yeah, it's actually a cool show. It's very relaxing. So if you're the type of person that likes cooking shows, Chef's Table is pretty cool. Other
Have
than
you
that,
seen the one that's like replacing the Anthony Bourdain show with what's his face, the foul mouth British
Hell's
guy?
Kitchen.
No, not Hell. Yeah, the guy from Hell. Gordon Ramsay's like it's like parts unknown. It's like his version of it.
Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain. Yeah.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah.
but he's got a version of it that just came out, and it's like it's decent because he's kind of funny, but it's so much trying to be the same that it's a little iffy.
I think
And
the Nat Geo show, is that what you're talking about with Ramsey? The
What is
Nat
it called?
Geo, National Geographic?
Yeah, it's his new show. It's a little much, and he does weird things like for a guy. What's that?
National Geographic.
National
I'm pretty
Geographic.
sure it's on that network.
For a guy with such an ego, I find it, and I do find him funny, but I find it weird that he's okay on camera wearing like the spandex swim shirts when he definitely does not have the body for a spandex swim shirt. It's super awkward to me, and I don't know why.
He could be a professional athlete. He's not anymore, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. Anyways, that's all right.
He's
Keep going on.
a soccer hooligan. No, he was actually a soccer player.
Yeah. So
Or they call it football.
football. Yes. Anything else you've been watching, Chad?
Other than that, we'll flip over to. Have you guys seen? This is on Disney Plus, so technically it's also a National Geographic show. What's his face? The fella, the fly.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum has his own
Okay.
show.
Sorry.
Yep. I was like, my brain was going.
Oh,
Billion actors in there. Goldblum has his own show. He's the most interesting bird, odd bird.
Oh yeah.
And it's just super fun because he takes on like all these normal things like ice cream and coffee, but it's like through his eyes and you're like, okay, never would have looked at stuff like that. But he goes on these really different types of experiences. And it's super cool. So have we watched everything online? Yes. So we're down to shows like this.
Frank, didn't you say that you've been watching a little bit of the Epstein saga?
I have been, and thank
I
God
thought
I'm
you were.
vaccinated for HPV. Good Lord, because if I touch my television, something's going to happen. I feel dirty like a mop in a sex store when I watch that thing. Like, oh my God. But at the same time, I want to know the truth and I want to know the history and stuff of what happened. But I'm like, wow. I was like, I feel like that kid in the Madonna video, Open Your Heart, like he's doing one eye like this and one eye like this, and like one eye like that, one eye like this. I'm like, but I can't turn away from it. Like I've got to know. I've got to know what's going on.
And I'm going to ruin the ending for you. You're not going to know. You're literally never going to know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I mean, they explain it in the sense that you actually believe, like they'll tell you that he killed himself. They make it seem iffy.
Right. Yeah, we had this whole discussion. Right. Yeah. I think he's still alive too. So I think he's still alive.
If somebody is watching the show right now, is it like the Titanic when people give away the ending? Like, just so you know, they hit an iceberg. Same type thing with the Epstein thing. If I'm like, yeah, when he supposedly committed suicide, is that like, dude, why'd you tell me the end? Or does enough people know the story or not?
Right.
My personal opinion, I don't think you can give away an ending because you never know what people have been told. You never know what they're reading. And if they've been like concentrating on not hearing the ending of a show, then it's, you know what I mean? Like, then if you're the person that does it, then you're the asshole.
You're the asshole.
Yeah, they could have a great soundtrack with a good song at the end by Shaka Khan and it'd be wonderful. And
So
you can
say
disco
stuff like
in.
that.
Or by Wilson
Anything
Phillips.
without giving away the ending.
Right.
Or by Wilson Phillips.
Yeah, wait for it.
Hold on for one more day.
All right. We're going to do another trivia question. Then I'm going to tell you what I've been watching. And then we're going to talk about Denzel real quick. And then we're going to wrap it up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Try to keep it under an hour.
I love you, Denzel. I love you.
That was not needed, Chad.
What? I
Chad,
did. I love
Can
it.
you do a quick rendition before I do this trivia of your video that you posted on Facebook today of Stone Cold?
Oh,
Quick
yeah.
rendition. So I'll give it the setup, but thanks for the plug, Anthony.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So story surfaced over the weekend. Stone Cold was calling out somebody that was defending the Confederate flag. So he basically was calling them a racist and an idiot. You can find it. I've posted it up on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm at Chad Fishburne, as you can see right here at the bottom of the screen. But if you're looking for a Stone Cold impression, I'll give you one. But I can't do it with my glasses on.
I wish you'd have a stocking cap, by the way.
Custom dictates. Yeah, no, and that is one thing that Anthony pointed out, and I appreciate that. He's all about Kaizen. He always wants to make things better. He's like, well, you didn't look like Stone Cold, so I didn't really buy your impression, child.
No, I thought it was great. I just, it did.
I'm
Just go ahead.
for Megadeck.
Go ahead.
Okay, good stuff. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. And that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. You're welcome, America.
Fantastic. Okay.
Don't make me stump a mud hole in your ass.
Pardon?
It's $5 trivia time with hashtag BetheChange. Place your answers ASAP in the comment box below. ASAP means as soon as possible.
Where's Megan when you need her? Why I feel like that she's probably a Stone Cold fan.
Who's this?
Megan Nicole?
Oh, she must not be watching
Megan
today.
the Stallion?
Yeah, Megan that's what we're gonna start calling her. Yes, Megan the Stallion.
Yes.
Yes, love it.
I love
All right. Here's the question, ladies and gents.
Ooh, I can't wait.
In Risky Business, what song did Tom Cruise famously lip sync in his underwear?
Caribbean Queen.
Oh my
Caribbean
God.
Queen.
This was a moment that I
Loser
like to
by
call
Beck.
a confection erection. This was delicious man candy, jumping
I have
all
the answer.
around in white tidy whities. I was like, yep, I'm gay.
What's the answer, Chad?
If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while DJ revolves it.
No, that was not the song.
Is that not what it is?
No, that's not what it is.
In
Oh,
Risky
oh my
Business,
God.
what song did Tom Cruise famously lip sync to? It is Underwear.
I could
Jordan is on fire. Is she the only one that has a keyboard that works?
Yes.
Jordan Hartzell.
Bum, 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 bum.
Jordan, between the last two shows, you're going to be having $25 coming to you. If you do something really nice and kind and fun with it, I would love for you to share the story. If you go buy yourself dinner, friggin' fantastic. If you
Hey,
actually
Jordan,
do
come
something
to
different,
Atlanta. The gay strip club opens up on Friday. You can like throw some ones out like that. You can do like
The Pony?
that. Like,
Isn't that called the Pony?
No, it's called Swinging Richards.
Oh, different strip club. Got it. Okay.
Yep, got
All
it.
right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not the pink pony. Wrong chromosomes. Yeah, wrong chromosomes. Yeah. Good times.
Oh, God. All right. So that's that one. We're going to do one more before the episode is over. We're going to officially pay all of Jordan's bills, which I love. Thanks for joining us, Jordan. And I love that your sister is the one that told you to watch, and now you steal all of her money. It's great. Okay.
That's
So
fun.
the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the chat box, I'm going to put David, what you're just that close. You're
Technically,
that-
that was 8 minutes late, David. 8 minutes. She answered it 8 minutes ago.
He could have been on delay.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm sure.
Fast forward, David. Fast forward. So I'm putting something in the chat box. It's just a link to check out because one of the movies I watched that I did not remember being as funny because typically sequels are like, eh. But Austin Powers, Gold member,
Yes.
is hilarious. It is the stupidest comedy, the lowest common denominator of jokes, but the scene that I put...
Lowest. Are you sure it's the lowest? Right. Lowest common denominator. Are you sure?
Very good, Chad. I'm going to give you that one. Absolutely.
I did that one for Anthony because he loves it so much.
I love your
Kelly loves that one.
My fave. The BetheChange posting on the side shows the link. That one is to the scene with Fat Bastard in the sumo outfit and him first off getting in a fight with Austin Powers having dirty sumo diapers on his face, and then that Fat Bastard farting and explaining the smell of his fart for like 45 seconds.
Great. Oh, everyone likes their own brand. That's great. Oh, that's great. Get it in there. Oh, sit down into it. Oh, that's great.
Spot on. So there is some scenes in there that holy shit nuggets. I don't remember this movie being funny. The whole scene with Vern Troyer and him like taped to each other with Mike Myers when it looked like Vern was like pointing at something and it was the penis behind the curtain, like the sight gags. That movie was next level funny, and I don't remember it being that funny, and I may have only seen it once. So that one, fantastic.
It's totally amazing. All of those movies are. I have been going through Mike Myers' withdrawal because he was one of my guys from Saturday Night Live, you know what I mean? Like some of the like stuff like the Love Guru or whatever, that wasn't amazing. But most of the stuff he's done, like So I Married an Axe Murderer, I mean, I quote that movie to this day. And then of course Austin Powers, you can't go wrong with those.
He's kind of fallen off the face of the planet though, hadn't he? Like I can't think of anything.
He signed a development deal with HBO. That news was, from like must have been a year ago or more. So I don't know what he's been doing with them, but obviously he did. You know, he was voicing over Shrek and whatnot. And same thing with Eddie Murphy. Both of them kind of took a step back, but they were doing voiceover type stuff. But yeah,
Eddie Murphy just did that new one though. Was it Dolomite? Which was
I hadn't seen that yet. Is it pretty good?
Oh yeah. Totally good. Gotta watch that.
I love Eddie Murphy though. He's amazing.
Yeah. No, this is a phenomenal performance from Eddie Murphy. What else have I watched?
Eddie Murphy, baby.
I do want to tell about the documentary, which I recommend every human being see. I'm trying to think. There was something else I was watching. I've been watching a bunch of different stuff while I got work done. Sugar Shane Mosley. I don't know. I'll talk about the documentary. So the documentary is something called, and I doubt you guys have seen it, Little Big Farm, The Biggest Little Farm. Anybody?
No.
Is it about midgets? No. Are tiny people?
I said that the other day. I said midget the other day, so I'm with you too, dude.
Oh.
It was like it just popped into my head. It was a word that was okay when we were younger.
I know.
Am I the only Republican in this group, and I'm the one that actually avoids words like that?
Dude, I grew up in Florida. That people throw around that term like it's breakfast in Florida.
I'm sorry, people.
I'm sorry. God. Okay, that's funny though.
I mean, you did. Like we've all messed up. Because here's the thing, the rules change all the time on what you can and cannot say. So
I gotta say that, and this was not really political, but there's something that happened. It's just calm down, Chad. And I know Dr. Frank, I think you saw this post on my Facebook.
Yeah.
I got into a discussion about something political, and it spun so far out when I talked about the fact, I said, well, my dad was handicapped.
No, of course we're going to talk about that. Let's talk about that. No, I legitimately, I think that's something we should talk about.
So I just responded back with like, I get it. And it was an insensitive and we were talking about something political. And I said, but at the same time, my dad was handicapped. And this person that I did not know that I thought was a Facebook troll turns out was actually a friend of the person that was posting, like a legitimate person that she stuck up for essentially in the end and just kind of said, well, you guys, it was a heated discussion. I get it. No. For an hour and a half, it spiraled to the point where because I used the word handicap, which is what my father referred to himself
I didn't even know that was bad.
What's even crazier,
I was saying.
Apparently and I think it has to do a little bit with part of the country, but handicap to me it's still a handicap placard in a lot of places, a handicap sticker, handicap parking space. It got changed to disabled. Disabled became the way to say it. But in 2015, there's things that are like anti-disabled because why are we not able? And I get that too. So at the same token, I was referring to my own damn father and he's handicapped. So I said handicap. And it got to the point where I wasn't forced, but because of my discussion up top, I wanted to make sure that I did not just leave the argument like, oh, he really is just lying about his father. So I sent him, he goes, prove that your dad was handicapped.
What?
No.
Yeah. So I had to, the first thing I did, my dad died 6 years ago. So it's not like I just have pictures on my phone. So he goes, oh, you don't carry a picture of your dad? I'm like, well, it's before, I can look for him. I looked on Instagram, whatever. So I found what I thought would be the best thing, which is a documentary.
You don't owe a person anything. That's silliness.
I know. I went to YouTube because I have a video on my page of my dad, of a documentary I did for my father in college thesis about his handicap. So it's a video with me in it, talking to my father, a 20-minute documentary on his disability or handicap. And he literally goes, oh, you're just sending a YouTube video, you clown. Like you're still faking it. So then I kept sending pictures and literally nothing. The guy was the lowest common denominator of human beings.
It didn't matter what you said. That jackass was still going to be
it's like you're not going to change that person's mind.
Yeah, so they wanted to make you the bad guy no matter what.
Right.
At the end of the day, to go with what you said, Chad, verbiage changes so frequently that it's very difficult. And to be honest,
I don't know what's the proper phrase for your situation that happened to you. What do people want to be called that have an issue that they're dealing with in the physical arena.
Do you want to know what they want to be called?
What?
Steve, John, Karen, Richard. It doesn't matter. They
so there's no phrase for it anymore.
No, and the reason why he was so upset, they would prefer to just be they're just like everybody else. Like literally, that's the last thing they want. So it's kind of like, who cares if it? But we're talking medically. WebMD and some other medical documents still say handicap. So you say handicap. You can say
right, but like, did they change the name of the parking spaces though? I'm just curious.
No.
What are they called?
Handicap.
Okay, they didn't change the name of the parking spaces.
It depends on the state. Some places are disabled parking.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Okay, so but what one or the other, like you're gonna have these hang tags. So like, are we not allowed to like say that you have a specialized hang tag for parking?
His thing was that his father was disabled, and he goes, anybody that came up with somebody disabled would never call their father handicapped. I'm like, what are you talking about? So, anyways,
it's not an insult though. There's no insults. It's
no.
to it. It's
I said I didn't ask what your father's handicap was or to prove it, whatever. But I did ask the poster later. I go, what was his father? And she's like, I asked him and he hasn't responded. I'm like,
okay, this goes to a bigger issue.
Yeah.
If I may, I realize we've gone off topic, but I don't care. Well, I'll keep it brief. But I feel like that as a whole, we could all stand back a little bit and understand the intent behind a comment. If you can tell that there's no malicious intent behind it, if somebody was joking, if they're friends with somebody, if there's no malicious intent, then let's try to be less sensitive. How about that? Can we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I listen, when people call me, like, I think in the gay community, it's like, people that are my friends, like, you big old gaybo, or even people use the fag word. I'm like, honestly, I don't. I know if it's an okay reference or if it's not okay. If it's something I don't know, if it's something I do know,
right?
If it's a fellow gay person, it's taking a stand. You're right. You take a step back and you can appreciate kind of like where that's coming from. I agree with you completely about that. And
you can decide what
I'm allowed to make fun of myself, which I do very frequently.
I'm a honky. I can say that. That's awesome. Yeah. Like I'm that's the only thing I can say, but I'm gonna say it. I'm a honky.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
He tried saying he did use a reference, and I was like, that is in no way, shape, or form anywhere near this. He goes, that's like when a dude says, like, I'm cool with black people because I got a black friend. I'm like, no. Or no, I'm sorry. It's when people say the N-word because they have a black friend. And they're like, no, it's cool. I'm like, no, that is so far different. This is literally my blood. This is my father.
Right.
And it's still not even close. Like, handicap has not been like 200 years, a terrible term. Like your sense of reasoning is so far effing off. It's mind-boggling.
That's why social media is the problem, because if it was me and Frank and I said something out of line to hurt his feelings, regardless of what it was, we would talk about it, and I'd be like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it that way. And he would be like, oh, okay, that's cool, man. And then I'd never say it again because I realized that it would hurt his feelings. But on social media, people are looking to like villainize people, vilify them. And it's a little much. It's a little much.
I'm gonna get Thor's hammer and I'm gonna whip it around a few times. I'm gonna send him on to Ragnarok and just let him go. Let him all hang out over there.
I thought he was going to have a penis joke with the Thor's hammer thing.
No, there's actually the sequel to Thor Ragnarok is Thor Riviera Root Ragnarok.
I don't get it.
Heard about it? It's the porn version. Don't worry about it.
Got it. Okay, so I want to get back to Little Big Farm movie. The Biggest Little Farm. Honestly, Chad, whatever movie I told you to watch before, watch that first, then watch this one. Dr. Frank. What's that?
I'm on it.
Little Big Farm.
No, well, this one, yeah. Tonight. Dr. Frank, if you want to feel better about everything going on, if whatever is going on in your life, in your household, this movie will make you. I had a meeting at 2:00 yesterday or 2 days ago, and the movie ended at 1:54, and I still could not get myself back together. And it wasn't because it was sad; it's because it's perfect for what we're going through right now. It's about a whole cycle of life, and really.
It's the circle of life.
That was actually quite beautiful. It all started because this husband and wife wanted to adopt a dog, and the dog was great, but it barked too much, and they were evicted from their apartment. And then they're like, she's like,
dog got raped.
What?
No, Chad.
I thought I heard that.
No, you didn't hear that.
Okay.
No. Oh, Vince. Oh, Vince. Yeah, that's Vince. Hi, Vince. So you got to check this out, because what happens is they go to start their own farm from a place where the dirt wasn't good enough. They were told that they could not do it. And literally over a span of several years, they built this fully functioning ecosystem farm with all these different animals. And you go through the ups and downs of the animals that get sick, and then this and how it all feeds into each other. And the one thing you learn, is all these predators and all these terrible things, and it plays into the world now, like the coyotes and the whatever. There is a purpose to every single thing that happens to that farm. It is phenomenal. So I was a mess at the end, because the culmination of the message came so perfectly for, we're going through riots, we're going through disease, and at the same time, nothing is permanent. There was a line about impermanence and failure, and it was, I'm telling you, #1 documentary I've ever seen. Chad, go ahead.
Brilliant.
No, the moment's passed. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, did I ruin the timing of the joke? I'm sorry.
It's fine. No, you were in the middle of something. That's why I didn't just blurt it out. You were on a roll, baby. It's fine.
Anyways, I strongly recommend anybody see it. It's on Hulu for free if you've got Hulu. So check it out.
Oh, brilliant.
Hulu. Oh, also Scottish porn, also known as Outlander. We've been watching that.
Yes, I'm sure you have.
Hashtag Scottish porn, yeah.
So on Friday,
go to Friday. Go ahead.
No, that's jumping ahead. Frank, go ahead with Scottish.
No, I was going to say the other thing that I really have been watching and almost obsessively, and because it's in reruns now and syndication, is the Goldbergs with Wendy.
My brother likes that show.
McLovin or whatever. She was from Reno 911, and just hilarious throwbacks to the 80s times, which I can appreciate because that's what I grew up in. And just lots of cultural references back to that. And she plays, she played the sort of the sex pot cop on Reno 911. And she plays this wholesome mother with the feathered hair back and all this stuff. It's terribly, terribly wonderful. And the kids are just precocious little kids, and they're just doing fun things. And there's nothing naughty or bawdy about it. It's really fun humor at nobody's expense, and it's nice to watch. It's just a nice to watch kind.
I can relate to that show because I often get cast as the sex pot cop.
Liberty Bibbity, Liberty. That's you. That's totally you.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do we watch? What are we doing on Friday, man?
Yeah, Chad. What are we doing Friday? Friday, Chad.
Denzel Washington movies.
Do you got any good Denzel impressions?
No, but Jay Farrow does. We can get him on the show.
Yeah, I'll give him a holler.
Yeah, dude, he's amazing. He's like, he's got stories too. Like we've seen him live actually in New York City, as a matter of fact. So he's got stories about like how Will Smith doesn't like his impression of him, but it's an amazing Will Smith impression. Yeah, it's like, hey, Will.
Well, you know what my #1 is going to be. So.
What your #1 movie?
Know my #1.
The Equalizer.
Yeah,
the Equalizer.
You can't do Philadelphia.
What?
We'll talk. We'll bring up Philadelphia.
Okay. Right.
But since it won last week, it's gonna be the automatic. And maybe for you, Frank, we'll discuss it at the end. That one automatically comes over, but we'll see if maybe we do a dual.
That would be a good call. I like that. I like that idea, Russo. Maybe we'll hold it to the end and see if the winner, which one Frank would choose out of next week's or this week's episode versus.
I now want to be friends with Jen and Vince because Golden Girls is my jam.
Golden Girls. That's that show.
Let's go out on the lanai.
Which one was that?
Rose.
Dorothy.
Eachother.
Yeah.
Rose. Let's go out on the lanai.
That was like all the Golden Girls combining forces into one power Golden Girls, but that was like the
Voltron.
You actually added Stan into that too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And what am I supposed to do? You're gonna send me to Shady Pines,
Oh, that's so good.
It's
okay.
Amazing show.
So we're going to be doing
I'm so
Denzel.
good. I've had several men in my bed tonight in my boudoir. That's bland. Sure. Okay. Whoa.
What is
Back
it?
in St. Olaf. Back in St. Olaf.
Hey,
Yeah, a little.
she's a treasure. She is a damn
Yeah,
treasure.
I
Yeah.
know. Listen,
We
I
need to
love
keep
her.
this shit rolling and just do an improvised Golden Girls episode.
Yes, it was wonderful. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
So
myself.
if you want to Google another funny like YouTube video, go to like B Arthur is or what's her character name?
Dorothy.
Dorothy's Bornak.
Dorothy from Golden Girls is savage. It's like a 4-minute like video of her just like annihilating Rose and just like making these comments that like even today you're like, that's the fastest, quickest shit you've ever heard. And it's brilliant. Just her like, is that really it? Like all these super clever. So just Google that. It's brilliant.
No, Rose, we're going on a trip to the Caribbean that we just won on Wheel of Fortune. No.
Vince has the comment of the day. Let's sit around the table and have some cheesecake.
God, I would love to sit around the table and have some cheesecake with you.
Oh.
Do you guys like
Final
plain cheesecake or you like a topping?
What?
Plain cheesecake or you want it with some like strawberry drizzle on top?
I'll do a cheesecake. It's like a box of chocolates. Whatever it is, whatever comes out, I'm going to eat it. I don't want it too heavy on the chocolate. I do sometimes like a little golden graham crunch.
I like pumpkin cheesecake.
I do too if it's done correct.
Yep.
Because there's been some pumpkin cheesecakes where I was like, oh, this is store-bought, and I probably should have just gone with a bagel.
I like it when the cheesecake is the opposite of my portfolio. Well balanced.
I
Get it,
myself will just bury my face in it and just go to town.
Did you say the chocolate cheesecake? Anyways, let's go to the next question. Final question of the day. $5 Venmos from hashtag BetheChange tribute time. We actually have not even said anything to KP, by the way. KP, we miss you. We're all having these little moments. And KP, I know you got some stuff going on, and we look forward to seeing you. Hopefully on Friday for Denzel Walker.
Matt too. Matt, shout out to Maddie. I'll pour one out for the homies. I don't have anything in my cup.
Shout out to Maddie. He's got a damn job.
Okay, no shout out to Matt. Suck it, Matt.
I love you, Matt. I love you, Dad.
Matt's on my paleo diet. Yes.
No. Pumpkin cheesecake on top of pecan pie from the Cheesecake Factory is the jam. Right.
Over 2,000 calories. Look it up.
For an entire day's worth of food.
For a slice. All right, $5 Venmos from hashtag BetheChange. Final question of the day. Let's get ready to rumble. Not a fitting question for this, but Jennifer Lawrence won a Best Actress Academy Award for what 2012 romantic comedy and drama? J-Lo, but not that J-Lo. Jennifer Lawrence, who might I add.
That was because of X-Men, her role in X-Men.
Nope, no, not X-Men. Won a Best Actress Academy Award for what 2012 romantic comedy drama?
Oh, yeah, I pledge that thing.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I pledge.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Jessica's in the hail.
The other Hartzell, Jessica coming in clutch.
Oh, wait a minute. Did Stacy beat her to it?
Stacy can't. She literally hears it before everybody else.
Did I read it? Oh, I was. Yeah, I guess you probably
face. How can you not give it to that?
Damn it!
face?
You got to give it to Jessica then, because of the delay. Everybody has a delay. You don't have a delay. She was like.
That was like the other day as I said the question when Mom answered it before literally we finished it. And everybody's like, how did she get it so fast? Because she's an asshole. That's why she got it so fast.
Whoa. Jesus. Are you talking about your own mother?
Oh, my.
What?
See, somebody got on me for giving your mom a hard time the other day. I didn't call her an asshole.
Okay. If you talk about giving my mother a hard time in front of your wife, that just gets weird.
Oh, wow. I feel like that's where we end the episode.
Yeah, I do. We probably should wrap it up pretty soon. So we'll be doing Denzel Washington on
People, I am so ready for this.
Okay,
even with not being Philadelphia.
I met Jessica through Jordan. Jessica is Jordan's sister. I knew Jordan.
Still a mistake.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jessica.
Yeah, just like the conversation that we're having earlier about the people who have special parking spaces. That's how I have to call them. What I have to call them now. She wants to be known as Jessica, not the other Hartzell.
I think it's good to have your own identity. I think it's good. You keep that, Jessica.
Yeah,
she did. She brought Jordan to the show.
Right. So shush it up. Pass Anthony to the shush bucket.
Oh, we got a little sister on sister fight here. Hartzell 1 versus Hartzell 2 for the crown of which one is Hartzell 1. Okay.
Oh my God.
Sounds like Jello wrestling with pudding.
Instead of the Denzel episode, we will have the Battle of the Hartzell Sisters on Friday.
Oh, I love it.
Yep. So with that said, we are going to wrap it for the day. I'm very excited for tomorrow's episode. We are expecting a gentleman by the name of, by tomorrow's episode, I do not mean Biscuits and Gravy. That'll be Friday, and that'll be with Denzel. But we are expecting Cash Lee Kelly on our show. Oh, my God. Did you see this? Holy nuggets.
Yeah, that's why my mouth is agape.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, am I?
Okay, though. There's lots of accidents out there.
One of the sisters. The other one was a mistake.
Accident.
Jessica, Jordan is the young one, so that might have been a like, oh, I guess we got to deal with another. Cool.
That's that. I mean, you can't listen. You can't script that, baby. That's just money. That's all that
No,
is.
you can't. So we got Cash Lee Kelly coming on tomorrow. He's going to talk. We have a very serious episode of our
Is that the gentleman who's gotten a huge following on social media?
very quickly. Yes, and actually, him and I are going to be talking in about 5 minutes about tomorrow's episode. We're excited because he is immediately changing everything that he's done in his life and doing different things. And he's got a charity that he's setting up literally as we speak. All in a matter of 2 weeks. Yeah,
he comes from a lot of different backgrounds. Like he can speak to a lot of different topics from different perspectives.
Yeah, he's got he's white, he's black, he's got a past gang background. He's gotten out of it, and then he's got regular everyday issues. And he spoke an 8-minute video that resonated with a lot of people, and 6.4 million people watched it. And now people watch his videos all day, and he's trying to make people come together. So he started something called the Unity Movement. He will be on our episode tomorrow, so make sure you guys share it. That'll be at 5:30 Eastern time, so we're excited about that, and we'll be back. Oh, there's also tomorrow morning, it'll be the Health Show at 1 o'clock Eastern time with Emily Marshall. We're excited for her.
Ooh, that'll be a good show.
Health.
That's what it's called, is the Health Show?
No, it's called, let me see if I can pull up the, do I have the picture for it?
You should probably have the name of it if it's on your network.
Well,
it's just a cookie, but I want to make sure I have the, I don't have
a cookie?
It's just a cookie, meaning don't worry about what you eat that much. It's more about how you visualize yourself. This
is more exciting than Jennifer Garner and 13 going on 30. I love this.
God, just get the name of the show right.
I love this.
I never said, geez, Chad. Here
it's like the Hartzells. You don't care.
It's just
I
a
like
cookie.
it already.
There you go. That'll be on tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Thinking about it. I think about it every day. # cookies.
And biscuits.
And gravy.
And gravy.
Scene.
I'm on the wrong screen. Damn it.
I'm on the wrong screen. But you're not on the wrong show.
It's true. Yep. And by the way, Kenneth Paul and Matt Troy are not here. Replace those on the bottom with Dr. Lockwood. I'm just
Good times.
too busy to
Which one?
Thank you, Dr. Frank. Thank you, Dr. Frank.
Not really.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Frank. We love you, Frank. We love you, Dad.
Thanks, Frank. We love
you, Frank.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Never gonna give you
I love
up.
you.
I love you. Ah!
Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you.
Hurt you.
Whoa.
Why
Little
did
Elvis
they
mixed in
do
there with it.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
wow.
That was aggressive.
That
Was that Philip walking by?